Now on Sunrise and streaming on CrossroadsToday.com, at least 15 people are dead and hundreds more are hurt after a powerful earthquake struck southern Ecuador and northern Peru over the weekend. And across the crossroads, one person is recovering at a local hospital after a crash Sunday night on Laurent and Manor Street. Also, Russian President Vladimir Putin made a surprise visit to Russian-occupied areas of Ukraine, his first visit since his invasion.
Take a look on the outside one more time. Well, looking at a live view at Cuero here at the Cuero Water Tower there in cloudy skies. Warm-up begin, not so much today, but definitely by tomorrow. We'll talk about that and rain chances coming up in your forecast.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Carolina Astrain. Today is the 20th day of March 2023. The time is now 5. It's actually 6:31 on your Monday morning. I'm already having a case of the Mondays here. And it's also National Flour Day. I know flour is a key ingredient in baking. I know I like to bake blueberry muffins. Trey, you use flour for another baking recipe.
They're good on fish. Get those like flounder or those type of fish, a real kind of flat fish there. You kind of put it on the batter on the other side. Get some Tony Chachere's on there too. Make it really Cajun spicy and bake it for about 20-25 minutes on about 400. Good stuff there.
Oh my gosh.
I gave you a quick little recipe.
Oh, recipe, cooking show with Trey.
There you go. Let me know how it turns out. 48 degrees in Victoria currently. Northerly winds near 5 miles per hour. And looking at the temperatures this morning, pretty much in the 40s area-wide except along the immediate coast. Go throughout the day, I think we'll be near 60 degrees by the afternoon time, 4 or 5 o'clock, I think at best. East northeasterly wind still continuing for our region this morning, keeping the cool air still in place for the most part. But we'll have a warm front coming through on your day tomorrow, which will be enough to create a little better lift in our atmosphere here and giving us some rain chances coming on through, some slight rain chances. Winds a little bit more gusty by the time we get to tomorrow afternoon behind the front, near 20-25 miles per hour. And the feel-like temperature, about the same as the air temperature in the 40s this morning. Maybe a light jacket required, especially in our northern areas. As we go throughout the day, of course, the feel-like temperature is near 60 degrees. By the 7 p.m. hour, it falls below 57 degrees, a cool start for your day tomorrow. And then a warm-up begins behind the front and back up until the warm temperatures South Texas is known for. Coming up beginning tomorrow, what will those be? Any more rain chances after Tuesday? I'm seeing a couple, as a matter of fact. And we'll take a look at that and everything else you need to know weather-wise to get you through the week later on in the full forecast to come. Carolina?
Thank you, Trey. A major earthquake has killed at least 15 people in southern Ecuador and northern Peru. Hundreds more people are hurt and rescue teams are searching through the rubble for any survivors who might be trapped. The 6.8 magnitude earthquake struck the region on Saturday with the center near the city of Guayaquil, damaging homes and buildings and sending panicked residents into the streets in a region that anchors more than 3 million people. One of the victims died in Peru, while 14 others died in Ecuador. And a museum in the coastal area of El Oro, which housed more than 5,000 marine artifacts, was also knocked off its foundation and into the sea. In Jackson County, a man who crashed after taking authorities on a chase Friday afternoon has died. The sheriff's office says the man was a suspect of road rage earlier that afternoon on Highway 59 north of Louise. Deputies say they tried to make contact with the man, but he got back into his vehicle and took off, only to crash moments later. Sergeant Ruben San Miguel says the man, 40-year-old Manuel Soldana Jr. of Houston, died in a rollover crash. Soldana Jr. was not wearing his seatbelt and was ejected from the vehicle when it flipped. Two vehicles crashed Sunday near the intersection of Laurent and Manor Street. One person was hurt and taken to an area hospital. Their condition is unknown at this time. It seems the impact forced the cars to opposite sides of Laurent. No further information is released at this time. The crash is under investigation by the Victoria Police Department. Russian President Vladimir Putin made 2 unannounced trips this weekend to Russian-occupied areas in Ukraine. Putin first traveled to Crimea on Saturday to mark the 9th anniversary of the Black Sea Peninsula's annexation from Ukraine. He also made a first-time visit to the illegally annexed port city of Mariupol. On Sunday, the Kremlin said the Russian president traveled around several districts of the city. The trip comes days after the International Criminal Court issued an arrest warrant for Putin, accusing him of committing war crimes, of overseeing the unlawful abduction and deportation of children from Ukraine to Russia. UBS has agreed to buy its embattled rival Credit Suisse for $3.2 billion. That's from a statement from the Swiss National Bank saying that the central bank worked with the Swiss government and Swiss regulators to bring together the country's two largest banks. The UBS deal came together ahead of markets reopening for trading today. In terms of the deal, Credit Suisse shareholders will receive one UBS share for every 22.48 Credit Suisse shares they hold. UBS says the combined bank will have $5 trillion of invested assets. We'll go to Washington for a closer look at the crisis affecting the global banking system later on Sunrise. A last-minute witness is scheduled to testify today before a grand jury investigating former President Trump. It comes after Trump's claim this weekend that his arrest is imminent.
Kevin McCarthy is urging calm, saying people should not protest if former President Trump is indicted.
I don't think people should protest this, no.
Trump has claimed he will be arrested tomorrow in the Manhattan District Attorney's investigation into alleged hush money paid to adult film actress Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election. Prosecutors are looking into whether Trump falsified business records, typically a misdemeanor in New York. But legal experts say DA Alvin Bragg could bump the charge up to a felony if campaign finance laws were broken.
Lawyer after lawyer after lawyer will tell you this is the weakest case out there. And doing it after a person for political purposes.
Trump attended a wrestling match in Oklahoma over the weekend after calling on his supporters to protest what he claimed is his imminent arrest. Sources say today the grand jury will hear from an additional witness, Bob Costello. He's an attorney and longtime Trump ally who, at one point, represented Trump's former fixer, Michael Cohen.
This additional witness may or may not be the last one, so it's really impossible to know what this means for the timing of any possible indictment. The White House, though, did say it is on alert for any potential violence.
Bragg is not saying whether he'll charge Trump, but he emailed to staff this weekend saying, "We do not tolerate attempts to intimidate our office."
No one is above the law, not even the former president of the United States.
This is likely some sort of misdemeanor on an issue 7 years ago.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Acknowledges paying Daniels, but says he did nothing wrong. Okay, get your cell phone, scan this QR code. It's our quick response code to download the Crossroads Today app. You can get breaking news alerts, vote on our viewer poll, get the latest news, weather, and sports, and learn all about our ongoing contest right there on the app. Submit those news tips and photos. The time is now 6:37 on your Monday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up on 25 News Now Sunrise. We learn more about that robbery at a game room Wednesday night.
Financial regulators are stepping in to strengthen the world's banking system. I'm ABC's Justin Finch with the new deals now brokered abroad and at home.
And one more time, let's take a look at the bus stop forecast for the kiddos headed to school. Spring break week is over. Time for school. In the 40s there this morning, so a light jacket needed. Won't need it by the afternoon, near 60 degrees. So enjoy the day. Cool day. Dress cool for school. And what about your forecast for rain chances tomorrow and the rest of the week? We'll take a look coming up.
Just 3 words tell you everything you need to know. They tell you why we employ more than 2,000 workers at our factory in Virginia Beach. Not everyone can say that, but we can. Made in America. Real steel. Find yours.
Right now, save up to $50 on gas or battery trimmers.
Navarro Small Animal Clinic provides exceptional veterinary care in the Crossroads with complete veterinary services for your pet's wellness, including ultrasound, digital x-rays, and in-house laboratory. Navarro Small Animal Clinic, serving Victoria and surrounding communities with comprehensive veterinary care. Our goal is to provide complete care for your pets. Dr. Shayna Boak and her staff at Navarro Small Animal Clinic welcomes your pets Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. at 5009 Country Club Drive.
At Bravo Autos, we turn buying a new car into a Fiesta! Welcome to Bravo. Are you here for the big Fiesta? Oh, yeah! We have a great selection of cars and trucks that make you want to dance!
Drive a 2023 Nissan Pathfinder for only $275 a month.
Financing so easy, it makes you want to sing! Who are we? Bravo!
morning. Good morning. Let's take a look at the weather map this morning. We have, of course, cloudy skies over much of the state of Texas. High pressure exiting to the east, allowing a tropical flow to return and temperatures to rise. This in combination with a warm front moving in from the south, giving us some slight rain chance for your day tomorrow. And then move to the north, of course, keeping the cloudy skies in. For your Wednesday, pretty much the same. And then waiting toward the end of the week by Friday or so, here comes the front coming through the Friday afternoon time frame with a good risk of rain showers and storms along the front. Too early to tell whether there is any severe risk. We'll be watching for that as we go toward the rest of the week. That'll clear on out. Give us a good day for your Sunday, Saturday, and then Sunday the clouds return. Maybe a chance of rain at that time coming up about a week down the line or so. So keep that in mind as you're making your plans for the week. Cloudy skies majority of the day today. You see right here. Not seeing much in the way of rainfall for your Monday. By the time we get to your Tuesday, here comes that warm front I showed you a minute ago, coming on through with some scattered rain showers in our region by then. And your full forecast, of course, 7-day outlook comes up a little bit later on again this half hour. Carolina?
Thank you, Trey. Turning now to the latest efforts to stem a multinational banking crisis. Swiss investment bank UBS is poised to purchase its struggling rival Credit Suisse. That news coming as the U.S. and the world's central banks come together to inject more U.S. dollars into the global banking system for borrowing, and as financial regulators take action to shore up some troubled U.S. regional banks.
A buyer is stepping up to acquire Signature Bank, one of two failed regional banks the FDIC recently took over. New York Community Bank agreeing to purchase Signature for more than $2 billion. Now Silicon Valley Bank awaits a new buyer as ABC News confirms the Federal Reserve was aware of years' worth of risks at SVB. In 2021, the Fed cited key risks to the bank, including how it handled liquidity. And last July, the Fed rated the bank deficient for governance and controls. The Fed now conducting an internal review.
These big multi-billion-dollar banks loaded up on risk. They gave themselves huge bonuses and big salaries, and they exploded their banks.
Across the U.S., a new report finds at least 186 banks could be at risk for failing if half of account holders quickly withdrew their funds. Those findings come as First Republic Bank sees its credit rating downgraded again, despite 11 large U.S. banks offering a $30 billion lifeline. From the U.S. to Switzerland, regulators taking extraordinary swift measures to boost the world's banking system.
UBS intends to downsize Credit Suisse's investment banking business and align it with our conservative risk culture.
The Swiss government brokering a deal for UBS to buy embattled rival Credit Suisse for $3 billion. And here in the U.S., Fed Chair Jerome Powell and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen are calling the UBS Credit Suisse deal a solution for financial stability and to protect the global economy. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
Leading us to your viewer poll, how confident are you in America's banking system? Let's take a look. Okay, it's kind of more closer to somewhat right down the middle than the last half hour. We want to keep hearing from you. Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to take part in our viewer poll. You can also scan this QR code right there on your screen to take part. Now, to a developing story in Victoria. One person shot in the neck over the weekend, now in recovery at a San Antonio hospital. At last check, the victim was in critical condition. The shooting happened just after 9:30 Saturday night in the area of Wan Lin and Forest Street. Police have not yet made an arrest in the shooting. This is an active and ongoing investigation. Now to that robbery at a game room Wednesday night near the intersection of Laurent and Airline. This is the aftermath of that robbery and shooting. Police say shots rang out that night with people still inside of the building. A security guard was hit, but he's expected to be okay. Police now on the lookout for two suspects involved who ran off. Police say the suspects got away with an undisclosed amount of money. Anyone with information can call Crime Stoppers at 361-572-4200. The time is now 6:44 on your Monday morning. Still to come. Chinese leader Xi Jinping is set to arrive in Russia to meet with President Vladimir Putin today. Time to celebrate some birthdays. Happy birthday to Spike Lee. The award-winning director and actor is 66. Happy birthday, Spike.
And Academy Award winner Holly Hunter with a birthday today. She is 65. To see your birthday wish live, Our 25 Now Sunrise coming to crossroadstoday.com. Click on More and under Home to see the KVU Submit Your Birthday.
The time is now 6:45 on your Monday morning. Happy birthday if you celebrated one over the weekend, or maybe it's today. We'll be right back.
Have you been told you have to live with your wound? There is hope at PAM Outpatient Wound Care. At PAM Outpatient Wound Care Clinic, you'll find the latest technology and the most committed and caring professionals dedicated to your wound healing. Our experienced wound healing experts and multidisciplinary team specialize in preventing amputation and preserving limbs.
I began hyperbarics here. I'm walking and have the leg, which is the best part.
Come see us at PAM Outpatient Wound Care, where healing starts here.
Hazing is leaving more pledges traumatized, injured, or even dead.
They blindfolded them. Danny was given a bottle of vodka taped to his hand.
He was told to drink it, all of it. Finish it.
He fell back and couldn't stand up anymore, and when they picked him up and threw him on the couch.
Danny suffered massive brain damage, left blind, paralyzed. This did not have to occur. Next, Dr. Phil.
In this morning's GMA First Look, spring break state of emergency. 2 deadly shootings on back-to-back nights over the weekend along hotspot Ocean Drive, creating chaos, sending visitors scrambling, prompting the city to take action, imposing a new curfew.
The volume of people in our city, the unruly nature of too many, and the presence of guns has created a peril that cannot go unchecked, especially in the evening.
A large swath of Miami Beach's most popular areas under that emergency curfew from midnight to 6 a.m.
There are a lot of policemen on bikes. There are way more security guards. It's definitely more on lockdown than it was yesterday.
And we'll have much more on this spring break state of emergency coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Victor Okendo, ABC News, Miami Beach.
Trelegy for COPD.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel.
You don't have to take COPD sitting down.
It's a new dawn, it's a new day.
It's time to make a stand.
And I'm feeling good.
Start a new day with Trelegy. No once-daily COPD medicine has the power to treat COPD in as many ways as Trelegy. With 3 medicines and 1 inhaler, Trelegy makes breathing easier for a full 24 hours, improves lung function, and helps prevent future flare-ups. Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Take a stand and start a new day with Trelegy. Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy and save at Trelegy.com.
Good morning and happy Monday. Trey Mining here. And taking a look at the feel-like temperature, still in the 40s from Victoria northward and well in the 60s by the afternoon evening time. Feel-like temperature, that is, with highs near 60 degrees today. Cloudy skies all day long. Maybe some peaks in the cloud cover, but not too much. Keeping it mostly on the overcast side. And we're lacking a lifting mechanism in the atmosphere, like a front that lifts that moisture up because of rainfall chances. So we're not seeing any rainfall chances so much for your Monday. For Tuesday, that's a different story. There is a weak boundary of warm front forming and moving across South Texas for your day tomorrow. And maybe just along ahead of the boundary, maybe a few rain showers here and there. So we'll keep a slight chance in for your Tuesday. We'll take anything we can get rain-wise. It's still very dry. Near 60 degrees for the high today. Cloudy skies on the cool side, cool feel throughout the day. Overnight lows will be in the mid-50s. Not too much difference between the high and low throughout the day. Cloudy skies and cool sums it up. Southerly winds. And tomorrow, the highs in the 70s behind the front. Warming up, more humidity in the air. Scattered rain shower, 30% chance. Extended forecast for us. Back up there 80 degrees for most of the week. Into the weekend, rain chance again on Friday and again on Sunday.
Now, for today's question of the day, the average person will lose 2 of these in their lifetime. What is it? Like us on Facebook, Crossroads Today. Post your guess to today's question, and we'll have the answer later on Sunrise. Chinese leader Xi Jinping set to arrive in Russia to meet with President Vladimir Putin today. It's his first time in Moscow since Russia invaded Ukraine more than a year ago. The three-day trip is likely to be viewed by the West as a powerful show of support for Putin. The Kremlin says the two plan to strengthen relations and discuss war in Ukraine. With a one-on-one meeting kicking off the visit, the U.S. plans to keep a close eye on developments and watch for any signs that China is moving forward with providing military aid to Russia. President Joe Biden spoke with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to voice concern over the planned overhaul of the country's judicial system. The two leaders spoke by phone on Sunday. The White House says that Biden, quote, underscored his belief that democratic values have always been and must remain a hallmark of the U.S.-Israel relationship, and that democratic societies are strengthened by genuine checks and balances. The president also offered support for efforts to come to a compromise. The conversation comes as hundreds of thousands of Israelis have taken to the streets across Israel to protest the plan. Still to come on Sunrise, news to know before you go. Houston police investigating a shooting in a parking lot that left 3 men dead.
This is Ford Truck Month, Texas. Time to get up and get into Ford F-150, part of F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 years straight. All amped up and ready for work or play. Plus, there's a great selection in stock and ready for delivery today. So get into Ford Truck Month, Texas, and see what a built Ford Tough truck can do for you. Now, lease a new Ford F-150 for just $498 a month plus complimentary maintenance. See your best in Texas Ford dealer.
Wilmer Valderrama. Last time that we saw each other was our drive interview that we did. I loved your car most.
I have the Vista Cruiser from That 70s Show, which I'm hoping that when my daughter's old enough for me to take her to school, that I can embarrass her in that car, you know?
Yes. Plus, how well do we know the 70s?
I just want to make a quick announcement. I was born in 1980.
We might both fail together.
There have been ups and downs over the last couple of years, but we persevered and kept moving forward.
And it has been awesome to see our community staying strong and working together when we need each other.
We want to encourage you to keep strong, but also know that when life puts you in a difficult situation, our law firm is here to help.
We are proud Texans who have each other's back.
So from all of us here at Cole, Easley, and Skiba, we want to express our deep gratitude to our community and encourage you all to stay strong.
Keep Victoria Beautiful is having a cleanup for Earth Day. April 22nd, that morning, we're gonna go clean up all around Victoria. Make this place we call home just a little bit nicer. Last time we had 400 of your friends, neighbors, high school baseball players, teachers, nurses, there to help clean up. Go to keepvictoriabeautiful.org to sign up and learn more. Bring a team. It's gonna be a great Saturday morning. Look forward to seeing you there.
Are you ready to stop letting big business take your customers away? Phase 3 Digital is your #1 digital marketing resource to keep your customers shopping with you. With an office right here in the Crossroads and a team of support across the nation, we can help you wherever your business is in the online journey. From building a site to developing e-commerce capabilities to growing your customer base, we will drive results. It is time to take the next step in growing your business with Phase 3 Digital. Are you ready to take your customers back? Give us a call or visit us online to get started.
Okay, it's time for today's question of the day. We want to know, the average person will lose 2 of these in their lifetime. What is it? Okay, Trey, I guessed purse, but not everyone wears a purse. We've got lots of guesses for keys. Tasha says teeth. That's kind of funny.
Oh, wow, teeth, yeah.
At least 2. Well, I think most of us lose at least, a few more than that.
I don't think so, yeah.
Linda says cell phone. Mary says pets. Oh no, I don't want to lose my pet. Lisa says your mind. Kenneth guesses keys/pocket knife.
Okay.
Those are easy to lose. And then Albert says cell phone.
Okay, good guesses, everyone, of course. Thank you for chiming in on the question of the day. The question of the day answer we're looking for is credit cards.
Oh my gosh, Trey, you stumped all of us.
I know, I sure did. I tell you what, if you lose your credit card, you better stop and look for it and call it in and deactivate that card. So we don't want you to get caught by a scammer or anything like that. So thank you for chiming in the question of the day. Have another question of the day to get you going for your Tuesday.
Houston police are investigating after a shooting in a parking lot left 3 men dead Sunday morning. Officers received a person down call at a shopping center in the city's southwest area. When officers arrived, police say they found 3 men who were all pronounced dead. Investigators were unable to find witnesses, vehicles, or suspects involved in the shooting. However, authorities say multiple shell casings were found. Officers with Houston's police department, the homicide unit, are seeking surveillance video from nearby businesses to determine what led to the deadly shooting. With anyone with information on this case is urged to call the homicide unit at 713-308-3600. An investigation is underway as Dallas authorities say 1 person is dead and multiple people are hurt following shootings at the same location. Shootings happened near U.S. Highway 67 and I-20, just one day apart. Dallas Police Department says 4 people were shot outside of a convenience store during a vigil for a murder victim in the 7400 block of South Westmoreland Road on Saturday night. Police say people in the crowd at the vigil also fired weapons back at the shooter. The violence occurred a little more than 24 hours after DPD investigated separate shootings in the same address on Friday afternoon that killed 1 person and hurt another. Detectives are searching for a white Chrysler vehicle connected to the vigil shooting. A temporary restraining order extended for the Luther Hotel in Palacios. The original demolition date for the hotel was December 19th, 2022, but that date has come and gone. The hotel was then scheduled to be demolished on April 4th, but Judge Polly Spencer now has ordered a temporary restraining order be extended. The order will stay in place until June 22nd. Victoria County Commissioners. They'll meet today in just a few hours at 10 a.m. at the Victoria County Courthouse. Here are some items from the agenda. They will consider and discuss a tuition reimbursement employee benefit. They'll also consider approval of an amended interlocal agreement with the University of Houston Victoria for use of facilities by the Victoria County Sheriff's Office. If you cannot attend Commissioners Court today in person, the meeting will be available via Zoom. Every age group and dance for South Texas Strutters will pack up and head over to Disney World in Orlando. The teams placed high enough in a competition to compete with teams from around the world as far as China. Bennett Kane and Devin Wright are more than excited for the girls, but they knew the teams could do it.
We always hope it, expecting it, sure, because we believe in our girls. We believe that they are capable of placing that high.
Every single one of them, from the parents to the coaches to the kids, work 100% all the time. They put in the effort and it's showing, and we cannot be more proud to be part of their lives and to get to experience this with them.
When you wish upon a star, life can take you very far. When your 8 count is right, you get to see Disney World's Show of Lights. And for their big game, the girls are going to go to Disney World. Get on that Avatar virtual roller coaster. Y'all are going to love it. Okay, I want to invite y'all to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and on your cell phone. Just search for Crossroads Today Plus. And we do have time for a final check of our forecast with Trey.
Thank you so much, Carolina. Take a look at the temperatures. We'll feel like temperatures throughout the day in the 50s or so, near 60 degrees for the daytime high. One last cool feel day before the humidity returns tomorrow and the high temperatures. Cloudy skies throughout the day, not seeing any rain chances for your Monday. As we go toward the end of the time period for your Tuesday, I should say. Warm front comes in from the south. Enough lift for a few rain showers to pop up here and there throughout the day on your Tuesday. So the day we'll call it about 59 degrees, cool start, of course, and cool feel throughout the day. Northerly winds, overnight lows 54 degrees, another cool start tomorrow. And then as the warm front moves through, we back up in the 70s for the daytime high. And maybe a rain shower or two along the frontal boundary. Let's go throughout the rest of the time period. High temperatures now back up and near 80 degrees Wednesday through the rest of the time period into this weekend, with the lows of 50s and 60s throughout the time period as well. Rain chances for your Tuesday, again for your Friday and Sunday. Carolina?
Thank you, Trey, and thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful start to your week. Come to crossroadstoday.com for more local news, weather, and sports, and join James, Don, Clovio, Karina, and Gina for 25 News Now at 5, 6, and 10.